Hi, we're back, and our first guest this morning is very, very interesting young man, and he's in education. I'd like to introduce Perry D. Jensen.
Hi, how are you doing?
Perry, fine. How are you?
Doing quite well.
I'm so glad you could come on.
Well, thank you.
I heard you got something really exciting happening right now.
Well, we're opening a brand new charter school. This is a result of Valley Art and Science Academy having closed down last year.
Oh.
But I don't know if merger would be the right word, but Big Picture High School that's over off of Trinity, we created a concept, and now we have a school system that provides kindergarten through adult education. So we have students that are 5 years old up to students that are 75, 80 years old.
Fantastic.
But in the midst of that, what we're still trying to push is very much the arts and the science in the local community. We have a lot of work that we've done with Arte Americas. We have displays that our teachers as well as our students are putting up in the Starbucks just right here on Olive. We're very much involved in what's going on in the community.
Great. That's what we need. We need people coming together. And it's wonderful that we include the arts in that, because many times they sort of get forgotten.
Well, people can come out to the school, and what they'll see when they come out to now Big Picture Elementary School is that we have a complete visual arts program, a complete theater arts program, and we have a complete music program. We're also involved with the the San Joaquin Valley Organist Guild. We have literally the only organ school here in the Fresno area. So what we're trying to do is make sure that students are getting art regularly in all facets.
Right.
So all of our students get visual and performing arts and music as part of their core scheduling every single day of the week.
That's
along
fantastic.
with the fact that then they have that further in their electives. It doesn't hurt that Tony Sanders, who's our performing arts director, is also the director of Shine, and he's also the director of Kid Rogue.
Wow.
So
You guys have got off to a good start,
Yes.
right? Well, tell me a little bit about you. I know that you're an educator, and I know that your heart is in that, but what did you want to be when you were just a young man?
If somebody had told me
man.
when I was graduating from high school that I was going to get into education, there'd have probably been a few colorful words said, and I'd have said no. So where we end up is that after years in the military, I had an opportunity to get into education in the military and discovered I liked that a lot more than what else I was doing. The fact that I had an art minor, had been in music, had been in jazz bands, things of that nature, when the opportunity came up to get involved with this school, it was like everything that I had learned over my entire life just came and melded right to this point. So with having an art background and being able to be involved in a school system that's very focused on arts in all facets really was like, wow, and I'm getting paid for this.
Wow.
So it's been a real interesting experience in learning how to be in a school that can focus again on art, really help children to see that art will carry them through in all of these core subjects, because
Yes.
people don't see groups that understand that math is an art. If you look at MC Escher, you see a myriad of geometric shapes if you're really paying attention. And MC Escher himself even said, no, this is math, just look at it. And they went back and showed how there was so much geometry in what he had done. So it's the idea that children are learning, they are becoming better mathematicians, they are becoming better in science, they're becoming better in their ability to describe what they were doing by their involvement in art and music.
Well, wonderful thing about music is that's math too.
Yes.
I mean, they can't do it without math, understanding of math.
Well, and if you understand, music's also another language. So you're learning to read that language, you're learning how to speak that language, and then on top of that, you're still learning some ancient languages that people don't realize they're learning Latin while they're learning music.
Thank
So
you.
these are very, very important aspects of really making a child a well-rounded young person as they get through elementary and then into high school.
You don't know how happy it makes me to hear you bringing out something that I've always wanted for kids to be able to accept it, not only for their brain and doing English and stuff, but they've got a creative side in there. And with your setup, you can bring out the creative side in these children.
Well, the one thing that we do on our campus that I don't think you're going to see anywhere else, our day starts off with open mic. Every morning, we get the kids in, we get the day started, and then we start the day off with open mic. So anybody, be it a teacher, be it a parent of one of our children, any of the children, they have that opportunity. We start our day off with either them showing us their ability to dance, their ability with poetry, but that's our focus. We start the day off with kids demonstrating they got it.
And that, what does that do for their feelings about themselves?
Well, it's the fact that they're learning how to show what they have, make it a part of them. And the biggest thing with that school is it's not that the school belongs to us, the school belongs to the parents, the school belongs to those children. And that's the thing that we try to make sure, that in that community that we call Big Picture Elementary, that it belongs to everybody. And they are repainting the school right now, but when you come out, you'll see that there is a myriad of art displayed on the walls of the school. Mm-hmm. None of that is adult work. All of that is student work.
Great.
So we really try to make sure that the school truly is a product of what the children have done, and we're just helping them to find their way.
And they get an early start in learning to know who they are and what their strengths are. Like you're looking at these people in the Olympics. You look at them and you say, that's impossible to do. But when they get together and they just work together as a team, and that's what you're teaching them, to work together. Gives them a strength.
I would hope that the biggest thing that we're teaching our children is that they matter, that they have a voice, that we hear that voice, and we really are interested in what they're doing, and we're there to help them to be the best that they can be. Worst thing in the world is just to teach somebody how to get through a test, and then that person goes out in the world and they don't really know what it is they want to be. They don't know what it is that they want to do. So between what we do at the elementary side and then what Big Picture High School is doing, we're giving students that opportunity to go out and do internships, to get involved in the community, to work with businesses 9 times out of 10 to find out what they don't want to do. So that by the time they graduate from high school, they actually have a good idea, well, I've tried that, I know I really don't like that, so then I'm not going to pursue further education in something that I really discovered I don't want to do. And so what you may end up doing is actually creating a child that can get out into the work world and maybe transition once or twice in their job career because they really did find what they were looking for.
That's fantastic. When does this start?
Actually, school opens up Monday.
You're starting with everybody else, right?
We are starting with all of Fresno Unified on Monday.
And where is your school?
We are actually sharing the ground with Ted C. Wills. So Ted C. Wills is on the San Pablo side, we're on the Glen side, and you'll see the bright brown buildings, you'll see our big Cub out on the front, and it's just, we're there. The one thing that you might also hear other people say, well, you can come out and visit at this time. When our doors are open, anybody's welcome to come see what we're doing.
Great. That's
there's nothing to hide. We love to have people come out. We want people to see what we're doing, and we'd like to have more people involved in what we're doing because we are looking to be more involved in the tower and in Fresno at large.
So will you be able to have the children put on little plays and things like that?
We were working with Shine even over this last summer where the kids came in and Tony put them through a rampant course and they did a presentation of Schoolhouse Rock. We have several programs already planned that the students will be doing productions. I think our first production's coming up somewhere in the neighborhood of December.
Wow.
So, there's not going to be any moss growing on the rocks. It's the idea that we want the kids to get in there, learn how to do this, learn the trade. But beyond that, Tony's even working with the kids that don't necessarily want to be in front of the camera, but the children that want to be behind the camera. So they're looking at developing stage crafting, and we do have a nice relationship built up with Warner that we are getting our kids out there to also see what happens behind the curtains. So we're trying to make sure our kids understand what it is that they're pursuing.
So the we you talk about, is this a group of teachers that got together and came up with this idea, or what? How did it start?
I think it's a crazy idea that a bunch of people thought, wow, let's see what we can do. And we've been doing it. And now we've merged, or I don't know that merged would be the best word, but we've created this new kindergarten through adult education program that we're really hoping is there for the children to help them learn to be who they want to be. Not that they learn to be phenomenal test takers, but they learn to be wonderful people.
Fantastic. And anybody can come into the school, right?
Yes. Since it is a charter, some people would tell you, well, the qualification is that you could walk through that door and you want to.
That's fantastic. Listen, I would like you, when they have a little production or something that you want an audience for, please come back and let us know about it so that we can tell everybody.
Not a problem. We love that.
Thank you so much for
thank you.
coming in this morning. It's really interesting, and I have my heart going with you.
Well, thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. We'll be right back.